in simple interest topic just by knowing the formula will not help you to solve all question types in simple interest. So you need to know the right approach to solve a question type in simple interest. In this video I am taking the must do question types in simple interest, right? So you need to watch the video till the end to know all the question types. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's start.
So I am going to the exam resource and then going for the topic simple interest. Okay, so here we have the first question. So this is the first type of question. The question says, at what rate % of simple interest per annum will a sum of money double in 8 years? So it is given that the sum of the money is doubled, so that means simple interest is equal to the principal, because that becomes double. So if you subtract the principal from the sum, you will get the simple interest, right? So that means we can apply the formula of simple interest. So simple interest formula is equal to P multiplied by R, rate of interest, multiplied by number of years divided by 100, right? So we can apply this formula and then we can write P is equal to this P into this R into N by 100, and N is given as 8. Okay, so straight away we can find out the value of R is equal to, because this P will be cancelled out, so that will be 100 by 8, that means 12.5%. okay, so this is the answer, 12.5%. that means the option A is the answer. So let's go to the second type of a question. So the question says a sum was put at simple interest at a certain rate of interest for 3 years. Then had it been put at 2% higher rate, it would have fetched rupees 360 more. Okay, so you have to find the sum. So the situation is like the simple interest is, that P into rate of interest into this 3 years period divided by 100. So this is the situation, and then had it been put at 2% higher rate, so that means in that case simple interest would have been P multiplied by R plus 2, okay, then multiplied by the period is same, so 3 years divided by 100. So this would have been situation, and you have to and you are given that it is fetching rupees 360 more. So basically what is happening, this rupees 360 more is because of this, right? This 2% more rate of interest. So you can directly write, instead of subtracting this, that this rupees 360, okay, this is equal to, if P is the principal, multiplied by rate of interest, okay, and multiplied by this N by 100, but in that case it will be P multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 by 100, because we are just taking the rate of interest which is the difference. Only the difference is being taken for this 360. Okay, so from here you can directly calculate the P will be equal to 360 multiplied by 100 divided by 6, so that will be 6000. So 6000 is the answer, and the option D. So let's take one more question of the same type. In this question it is given a sum was put at simple interest at a certain rate for 10 years. Had been put at 5% higher rate, it would have fetched rupees 600 more. So the similar situation is there, so you can directly write this 600 more you are giving because of the principal P multiplied by, you are putting it on a 5% higher rate for 10 years divided by 100. So directly you can get P is equal to this 600 multiplied by 100 divided by 5 into 10, that means it will be 1200. Okay, so you are directly getting answer A. So here we have again a different type of a question. In this question, a man borrowed rupees 24,000 from two money lenders. For one loan, he paid 15% per annum simple interest, and for the other he is paying 18% per annum, that is also simple interest. At the end of 1 year he paid rupees this much 4050. So how much did he borrow at the rate of 18%? So basically what is happening here, this is divided into two parts. So for example, say in the first part, which is at 18%, he is putting X amount. Okay, so for 15% it will be 24,000 minus X. This is how this 24,000 is divided. Okay, now for this X he is putting for 18%, and this is he is putting for 15%. So simple interest formula you can apply to find out what is the simple interest for these two different cases. So yes, it can directly be applied. 24,000 minus X. Okay, this you multiplied by 15 and you divide it by 100. This is one case, and in the second scenario this is X multiplied by 18 and divided by 100. So when you are adding these two, you are getting the value which is 4050, which is given, right? So directly now you have to do this calculation, this equation. So you can just multiply the whole equation by 100. So after doing that you will get something like 24,000 minus X multiplied by 15 plus 18X is equal to 4050 multiplied by 100, right? So after this simplification, that will give you, here you will get 3x. Okay, here you will get 4050 multiplied by 100 and minus 24,000 multiplied by 15. Okay, that's not much lengthy, but yes, you can take 1000 common. So after this you will get here 405, and here you will get 24 into 15. Okay, so this will be 405 minus 360. So that means that is going to be 45. So 3x will be 1000 multiplied by 45. So in this case you are getting X is equal to 15,000, right? So 15,000 was the amount he has put with on the interest of 18%. So that is being asked, how much amount did he borrow at the rate of 18%. So the answer is 15,000. So let's take one more question of the same type. So in this question it is said rupees 1500 is divided into two parts, such that if one part is invested at 6% and the other at 5%, the whole annual interest from the sum is rupees 85. So we will proceed in the same manner. That means this rupees 1500 divided into two parts. One part is X, which is put at 5% interest, and the other part is 1500 minus X. Okay, that is put into this 6% interest, right? And yes, you will again calculate the simple interest for both the parts. So here you will get 1500 minus X, okay, multiplied by 6 divided by 100, right? And here you are getting X multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So when you are adding these two, you are getting rupees 85. Okay, I will multiply this by 100, this equation. So I will get 1500 multiplied by 6 minus 6x plus 5x is equal to 8500, right? I have multiplied this whole thing, this whole equation into 100. right? So that means X will be equal to 9,000 minus 8,500, so that will be 500. So 500 is the amount that has been invested with the interest of 5%. So A is the answer. So we have here another type of a question. With a given rate of simple interest, the ratio of principal and amount for a certain period of time is 4:5. After 2.5 years with the same rate of interest, the ratio of principal and amount becomes 5:7. So you have to find the rate of interest. So basically what you are seeing here, initially it was the ratio of the principal and amount. So principal and amount is given 4:5 initially, and after say 2.5 years, this ratio becomes 5:7. Okay, so what you can conclude from this this initial ratio? So 4:5 is basically how much? 25% more, 25% more, right? And 5:7, that means 40% more. So in the initial period, which is not known to us, for example say T years, this is 25% more. So for the sake of calculation, you can assume like had it been initially 100. Okay, so in the initial period this became 125, but after this 2.5 more years, this become 140, right? The same 100 become 140. So this is what is happening. Okay, so now you can find what is being required. Okay, so basically what is happening in 2.5 years, in this 2.5 years, you are getting how much interest? 140 minus 125, that means 15. So 15 interest you are getting in 2.5 years, simple interest. Okay, so that means for 1 years you should have got how much? 6 for the first year, 6 for the second year, and half of 6, that means 6 plus 6 plus 3. So this is for the first year, 1 year, this is for the second year, and this is for the third, that means 0.5 year, right? So that means directly we can say if 15 rupees you are getting in 2.5 year interest, simple interest, so that means in 1 year you are getting 6%. So the same is being asked, find the rate of interest, so the answer is 6%. So here we have another type of a question. A person invests some money in 2 banks in the ratio 7:5. The rate of simple interest on first investment is given 17%, but overall annual interest on the total investment is given as 19.5%. And you have to find his total investment if interest gained by the second investment is rupees 460, which is given. Okay, so he has invested in the ratio 7:5 in 2 different banks, right? So for the sake of calculation, we can assume, it is better to assume 700 and 500, or I can assume just 700x and 500x instead of 7 and 5x. This will help me in calculation, right? Now it is given the rate of simple interest on the first investment. So this is the first investment. Here he is getting 17%, so that will be 119x. This much he will get the simple interest. Okay, for second what he is getting is not known, but yes, in value terms it is known that rupees 460 he is getting the interest for the second one. But overall he is getting interest at 19.5%. you can see here. Okay, 19.5%. overall means 700 plus 500, that means 1200 rupees, 1200x rather, we are taking in this example. So basically you are getting 1200x multiplied by this 19.5, so 19.5%. so this much he is getting, so that will be 234. 234. So 234x, right? So because this is given, so on the with the help of that we have calculated that the overall interest he is getting is 234x. So obviously if you subtract 119x, then you can find the value in x terms here, what interest he is getting on this 500x amount, right? So that will be 234x minus 119x, so that will be 115x. So now you know 115x is equal to 460 because the amount is given. So from here you can calculate easily that x is equal to 460 upon 115. That means x is equal to how much? 4. This is straight away 4. So now you can put the value of x here. What is being asked? Find his total investment. So his total investment is 1200x, 700 plus 500. Okay, so the total investment is equal to 1200 multiplied by x, the value of x, that has come out to be 4. That means 4800. So this is the answer, 4800. That means option A. So let's take another type of a question. This question says a person deposits a certain sum of money at the starting of each year. The bank gives him 8% simple interest. At the end of third year, total amount becomes this much. So find how much money does he invest each year. So here you need to be careful that he is basically investing a particular amount every year. So 3 years he is doing so. So I am just representing this. Okay. So again I will assume the same thing, something like 100x. So suppose 100x he is investing each year. So each year he is investing this much amount, same, which is same. Okay, 100x first year, 100x second year, and again 100x in the third year. So at the end of year, what interest he will get on simple interest? So here at the end of the first year he will get 8x, 8 rupees on 100. On the second year he will get for this, because he has again invested 100x in the second year, so for this he will get 8x plus 8x from this money. So that means 16x, 16 rupees out of 100 you will get, right? And in the third year again 8 year for this 100x which is invested in the third year plus 16 from the back years, so that will come out to be 24x. So that you need to understand that in first year he is getting interest of only 8x, but in second year he is getting 16x because 100x that has been invested again in the second year, and in third year he is getting 24x. So if you now calculate, because what is given at the end of the third year, total amount becomes, so what is the total amount? Here he is getting 300x which he has invested, right? And here he has he got 48x, that is the interest. So total amount has become 348x over 3 years, right? That has come out to be 34800. So straight away x is equal to 100. And now what is being asked, how much money does he invest each year? So he is investing 100x, that means 100 multiplied by 100, so that becomes 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 is the answer. That means option D. So here I have included all different type of a question. I hope this helps.